Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Good to be back.
Please be seated, everyone. Thank you for coming. Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of the Teahouse podcast, Teabaggees. Very glad to have you here. Again, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Blake and Jay.
What up, what up?
Hey.
And thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I just wanted to point out a little bit of a head gash. If we can get a quick zoom in on here, it's probably like, if I angle it right, you could probably see like a huge boulder.
Yeah,
I
big
can
lump
see
on the
it.
noggin.
Can you guys see it on like a real good angle from?
Oh, yeah.
Good angle, mate. I could see
It's
that
actually
from any
huge.
angle in the room.
I know. I never thought that I could go from a 5 head to an actual 6 head, but I've done it. You know what I mean? I've really
You proved them
upgraded.
wrong.
I was kind of hoping I'd cave my head in, but it actually caved it out. So
I don't know why you're doing math, mate, because 5 plus 5 equals 10. And that is another one.
and I'm actually growing a second head. But no, it's actually a funny story. And Blake actually copped it as well, but I copped it in vision where people can see. So as I think I mentioned on the last episode that I recently just bought a house. Very exciting news. Blake, can we get a round of applause? Is there a round of applause on that?
We made that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Quiet
you.
down.
Quiet down. Let me speak. All right. But no, it's very exciting times. But we haven't moved in yet. We've just started some home renos, and it's exciting times. It's exciting and scary times. I didn't think it would be scary, but it's turned out very, very scary.
Bit of dodgy brothers
Yeah.
between us.
Bit of no OH&S going on at all there. But my dad, he's the man. He's a jack of all trades. You know, he's the guy that's like, will never pay anyone anything if he thinks he can do it himself, which is kind of good, but sometimes can be bad. For example, me and Blake, the hard way. Blake actually shouldn't have been there. It was just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I went there to do some electrical work and ended up helping with an LVL beam.
Yeah.
And did no electrical work, so.
Yeah. Came to be a Sparky, turned out to be a Chippy, so that's good.
Jack of all trades.
Yes. So anyway, long story short, how we got these gashes, putting up these huge 4.8 meter beams of timber, and fell down, absolutely hit me dad, hit Blake on the way down, and then hit me in the head as well. So
Did you hit the deck?
I don't know. It happened so quick. I think I blacked out for a little second.
Because I was on the ground for quite a sec.
Honestly, the only thing I remember was like looking at this piece of wood that I was holding up, and then the next thing, I just got hit in the head real hard, real quick.
Fair bump.
Felt like, have you guys ever, I remember this is like a really weird story, kind of off topic, but kind of reminded me of it. I think I was in like grade 4 and I was just playing in primary school on like a basketball court, and then randomly just got this instant sharp pain in my head and my ears started ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone had thrown a rock
Ooh.
randomly across the schoolyard, and it just hit me in the head and cut my head open.
It sort of reminded me of like a car accident in a sense. Like you sort of don't really know what's happening. Next minute, you're kind of just sitting there, like a bit confused, bit dizzy, and you're like, "What just happened?" You know, something bad happened, but you're not really sure yet because you're still dizzy. You're not really with it, and that's like sort of how it happened with me as well. Because we're actually lifting this LVL beam up. Lincoln's dad was like helping push it up. Lincoln was doing the jack, like pumping it, and I'm sort of like holding the timber because it was a bit dodgy. Like it was definitely not it was definitely our
It
fault.
was kind of coming, yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, and like I'm holding the beam straight. Lincoln's jacking it, and then next minute, I'm just on the deck. I'm just on the ground, dizzy as, thinking the roof's literally just fallen on top of us and we're dead.
Yeah. That's literally what it was. It was one of them incidents that happened so quick you don't actually know what happened, and it was just like instant, like I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like it was like instant fear, instant pain.
It seriously took me like 30 seconds to come to me senses, I reckon, because it got me like right behind the ear.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it was like the perfect knockout punch. Like
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was actually intense.
It
Sounds
was.
so hectic for what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
Blake's girlfriend actually watched it all happen.
Yeah.
She was like just sitting there watching it. Like it was. I want to know. Did you actually ask her like what?
She said that she thought the roof was going to fall down on us.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, you think like
Fuck.
it happened all pretty quick and it was pretty loud. Like
It
big
was.
LVL beams, pretty big, and it just dumped.
Mate, it was actually frightening.
it was all a blur.
It actually was a blur. Anyway, back to the story. In the end, it all worked out, and they're up there, and you know it's a happy story. But yeah, a little thing I wanted to talk about, which was actually kind of funny. So I'm not a builder. I don't know how to build. And we got a quote from a chippy, and well, long story short on that as well, that we got quoted about $1,000 for these pieces of wood, these 2 pieces of wood that we needed.
Plus time delay. Like they needed to be ordered in.
Yes, plus time delay. Said that they would need to be ordered in, probably take about a week, hopefully. And then we got help from another chippy, and he was like, "Oh, that's a bit weird. They shouldn't cost that much, and they should be sitting on the shelf." So me and me dad went down there, and yeah, instead of about $1,000, it was about $240, $260 for them both, and they were sitting on the shelf. So pretty happy that we saved about $750. Yeah, it was really great.
Gotta give it to him. At least he tried.
Exactly.
He tried.
And you know what? I can't even put him down because I feel like if the customer doesn't know and they have no idea, it probably happens a lot. They're like, yeah, it's probably this much.
To be fair, he probably wouldn't have dropped the LVL beam on top of himself.
Yeah, to be fair, he probably would have done an absolute pristine job and wouldn't have caused like 2 freak accidents, almost to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that on the big jobs, mate. Get that on the big
You
jobs.
do get that on the big
I
jobs.
feel
though.
like you would have grown as a person though from these experiences for sure.
I
Yeah,
did.
my head grown.
Mine's never help your mates for free.
Yeah, never.
Without cost.
And,
Blake's
if,
like-
and if it's pretty dodgy, maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
Blake's never helped me again, ever,
I'm actually charging him from now on.
per half hour. But no, it got us thinking, and there's some pretty funny scams out there, isn't there? Like some people come up with some crazy stuff, and I was talking to Jay about it, and I think everyone can say they experience. I reckon I experience this literally 2 times a week. Not necessarily this one, but this one is called. This is a scam, and it's the Nigerian prince scam.
Oh, my all-time favorite.
Yeah, it's a big favorite. So essentially, you'll get an email. The victim will get an email, and they will say that their bank account. Oh no, what is it, Jay? Can you?
Their account has been frozen.
Yes. So the prince, he owns some castle. His bank account's been frozen, and all he's asking is just if you can send him.
Like a small sum of money, like $100 to $500.
Yeah, just a few pennies, just to help him out, just to help the prince out. And he's a prince. He's going to help you out. He's going to give you. He's going to 10 times match that.
Yep.
And who doesn't want 10 times the amount you're going to give?
The perfect investment, isn't it?
Oh, that's how I save money.
Yeah.
I just fucking give it to Nigerian princes
All
all
these
week.
princes.
Yeah. No, but that's pretty funny. But the thing is, it actually happens to a lot of people. Like people, I think our generation is like pretty switched on for that stuff. But like for example, like my nana is just getting in with like technology pretty, she's getting in there. She said she'd never get Facebook. She's commenting on everything these
but
days.
here we are, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it affects the older generation a lot more, I think, because they're like, yes, I trust you. You sound like a friend. Can't even spell words properly and stuff. It's just like some. No, but don't you reckon that people fall for that a lot more? Like obviously
with age, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not in the knowing for sure.
No, because then again, I reckon scams are getting craftier and craftier. Like I've also been seeing like those the new Instagram ones that's been going on. So they're basically like every now and then I'll get like this new account, and it'll be like someone I know, usually the case, and it'll come up and say like, oh, like someone you know has started following you, so you'll click on them. You're like, oh, I thought I already had them. And then it'll be like this new private account, and it'll be like, oh, all my my OnlyFans is linked here, or like they'll have like one of those things, and you like the link will be like just some like cooked out link that you just don't click on because you just know it's like the scammiest thing going around.
True.
Yeah,
Is that actually a thing?
100%. Every time it happens, I've been like literally screenshotting it and just sending it to the people straight away, and just being like, you should probably report this.
I've seen that once so far.
I've seen it heaps of times.
Someone's actually copied my account before. Did I tell you guys that?
What?
Yeah, that's so weird. Literally, it was like some Indian dude, and all his photos were Indian except for his last photo and my display photo at the time. He took my display photo, changed it to his, and it was like me and Keely. It was a couple photo. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's like, what the? Anyway.
Probably a big teabagger for sure.
I was going to say, I felt pretty, like, obviously the Teahouse is getting out there.
Yeah. He's just a big fan.
Going worldwide.
We've got to expect these things the bigger we get.
I know. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to take, all right? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
100%.
But there are some, like, obviously much larger scale scams. For example, one similarly recently is like the huge Bitcoin scam that happened. These are some of this guy must have just been like an absolute jet of a hacker, and I have no doubt that I don't know who's like super high security, like NASA or someone like
Apple.
Yeah, they just like hired him straight up instead of going to jail. They were like, "Hey man, want a job?" But no, hacked like Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mr. Beast, all these massive celebrities, and told them. This is classic. This is the most classic scam ever. So posted on all of their Twitter accounts and said, "Hey guys, if you send me, I don't know, 1 Bitcoin donation, I'll double it. I'll double it for you." So I think they ended up earning about $150,000.
Not bad.
It's not bad, but it's actually, I thought about it and I was like, the amount of people they hacked, it's not actually that much.
It's better than nothing, though.
It is definitely better than nothing.
I'm sure he made that in a pretty limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Not bad for a day's
150. Yeah, I was gonna say like 100 days work's probably not too
Actually,
bad.
the best RuneScape scam I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
I actually watched a video on it when it came out, and they actually said that exact same thing. They like pulled the classic RuneScape.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What's why RuneScape?
Also, like old school back in the day, RuneScape, like they used to be like you used to be like a noob. You know, you had nothing, but you wanted everything. So, you know, people would be like, "Hey man," they'll come up to you looking real like, you know, rich as. You could tell they're rich. They'll be like, "Hey man, give me 50,000 GP, $50,000, and I'll give you 100K." You're like, "Oh dude, you're such a legend, man. Add me on
too good
friends
to be
and stuff."
true.
You add them on friends, bro. You think you're tight as, takes money, leaves the world. You never see him again.
It's funny you say that because I used to have hacks on my PS3 back when I played like Modern Warfare 2. And I used to like demote people or promote people all the time to like the highest prestige and stuff.
The worst.
You want prestige and shit, and then like if people were annoying me, I'd be like, "Yeah, bro, come join this game, man. I'll set you up." And then like, and then I just leave and dog them, and then they're
one of those
demoted
guys.
to the start of the game.
Blake is like your worst nightmare.
Yeah, I know.
When you were like fucking 15. That was like my worst nightmare. I used to smash COD on like Xbox.
I used to like be playing like a normal like online game, and then I'd like turn like high jump on, and like you'd be like, yeah, everyone's jumping like highest.
Oh wow,
Is that lit? It's good.
Blake just does that because he's a cheater by
Yeah.
heart. Doesn't know how to win.
parents didn't raise you right, mate.
Yeah. There's some deep down soul damaging stuff about that.
I don't play games anymore, kids. All right.
No, but that's like some funny scams. That's a little bit of a flashback from the past. That's some actually Vietnam flashbacks for me. I used to play RuneScape and that happened to me.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
You're a pretty gullible guy there.
Yeah.
I just trust people. You know, I don't trust people anymore. RuneScape was a good teacher. All right? I'd suggest you play it.
Shouldn't be talking to strangers anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true. All right. Anyway, guys, I think that we have a funny little curious segment that we wanted to talk about, and it's always relevant. It's always relevant from I'm going to say 1990, maybe when it started. Someone check me on that. And it's the Simpsons predictions. And these guys come up with some absolute bangers of predictions. I don't know how I got on that. So I wanted to read out a couple, and it's just like absolutely crazy. So, for example, we have the Ebola outbreak. So season 9, episode 3. So season 9 was probably 1970, because there's like 30. How many seasons? That show would be like 30 seasons by now, surely.
Yeah, I think so. But do we know what year that is, or?
Yeah, I can check that. But yeah, isn't that crazy? I think it was 6 years, I believe, ish, before there was like an episode, and Lisa like opened a book, Bart opened a book, and it was like the something of the Ebola virus. And it was still relevant in the world because it was still around, but it was like nothing before it like blew up and got pretty big.
Very interesting.
Which is pretty weird though, because it was like a virus was going around at the time on that episode.
Nah, man, I find it weirder that they predicted 9/11. I've seen that episode too, and it has the magazine with the 9, and then it has like the Twin Towers next to it to make the 11.
Really? I actually haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. That's crazy though, isn't it? How long before was it?
Like 2 days or something? Nah, I got no.
Yeah. The next day.
Good question. Nah, it was years.
Yeah,
I
years,
think it was like 11 years or something like that. Like, you're gonna have to definitely fact check that one, because I'm actually paraphrasing here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm making stuff up right now. So I've actually heard that, like, you know, the what would you call it? The myth busting between the Simpsons predictions is like, think about it. there is like literally there'd be thousands of episodes of The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
1,000. There'd be
They're
that many.
bound to cover.
Exactly.
lots of
So
things,
in those episodes, they're bound to like predict something.
Yeah.
You know, for example, the Apple Watch. People say that Simpsons predicted the Apple Watch. It was in like the 90s.
Nah, that's a bit different though.
Exactly. Like how many, for example, like how many people like movies, futuristic movies have like talking watches and stuff like
Star Trek and stuff.
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
100%.
Exactly. Like there's things that can kind of be pushed to the
Yeah.
not really. Like it's
But the 9/11 thing on a magazine though, that's pretty.
That
it
is-
didn't even make the episode. It was just like just a little thing, side thing.
Yeah, it was a little like scene, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Just a scene that popped up.
What about the God?
Oh, the God particle.
God.
Homer,
Yep.
the most dumbest man on television, comes up with the formula for the God particle.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
What even is the God particle? What even is that?
It's like how to create mass. Is that what it is? It's like
This is a science segment for you science teabaggers out
I actually read it probably about 10 minutes ago, but do not remember it.
Dr. Carl, we need you here.
there. Dr. Carl, we got his number. Can you call him up, mate? You got him handy, don't we? He's a big teabagger.
Oh, today's Thursday. We missed him.
Oh,
Damn. Shattered next time, mate.
Because I think, with that, they came up with a theory for it, but it wasn't solid. Then Homer wrote that, because I think it was the episode where he became an inventor. He wrote it on the chalkboard, and I think that's the known formula for it now. And now that's what people go by. I think 2013, 2012, they started using that formula because everyone knew it was a thing, but the formula was sort of incomplete. No one really ran by it until that year. It became recognised.
yeah, that's actually weird. That's hectic.
What about the dome? Hashtag Melbourne? No, just joking.
There's like so many shows that have the dome. There's literally a fucking TV show called The Dome. And it's like they're trapped in a dome. It's like a town. That's like literally no joke a TV show.
About Springfield and stuff, or
Yeah. Yellow people or something.
What about the Simpsons predicting and the NSA listening to everyone's movements?
Yeah. I kind
inspired on.
of remember that scene. It was just like a bunch of people in like rows on like phones and stuff, wasn't it?
So it was like
Yeah.
it was in the actual movie. This one, it was like when
Oh,
they were on on the bus, and then that friggin' person behind them was like this robot, and it was,
yeah, I do
and then
remember.
it did like all the it showed all the screens and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't really predict that. That's been happening for
No,
ages.
but no one knew
became aware.
prior to
Yeah.
so it made like awareness.
Well, I reckon people knew, just the crazy ones.
Hey,
Yeah.
The tinfoil ones.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that is true.
us.
Yeah. There's a prediction that
Good timing.
prediction of the Shard Tower. So the Shard Tower is a tower that was built in London.
Don't quote me on that.
No, it is.
Yeah,
it was
it is,
built
yeah.
in London. Yeah. I got my facts here, mate. Don't get question.
Nah, good on you, mate.
So,
Oh yeah, that actually I've
Yeah, yeah.
actually seen that. Yeah.
So what this is about the Shard Tower. So this is an episode from 1995. This tower was built in a location, blah, blah, blah. It was just there in the episode. And it was 14 years later, so 2009, it actually was built in like they say an eerily similar location. That's pretty scary. That's pretty
Do you
scary.
reckon The Simpsons inspired that then?
Yeah.
Someone watching like, I want that tower
Yeah.
there.
This designer's like 5 years old and he's like, I want to be an architect. And he's just kept this like in his head the whole time. He's like,
Or is Matt Groening a time traveler? Because he did make a movie called a show called Futurama, and I'm starting to connect the dots, mate. And we're fucking onto you, buddy.
Big fan though.
Blake, I think that calls for some spooky music.
We're fucking coming for you, Matt Groening.
Oh my God. You know what that actually reminds me of? That sound. You guys remember like the Halloween like episodes on fucking The Simpsons?
Yeah.
I swear to God it makes that noise. I'm using Keely's laptop and if she gets another message, I'm going to go in there and smash her.
I was starting to worry it was me, but it's not.
I think it's this one. I think it's coming through the laptop. Dude, I literally got nightmares from. Has anyone? Do you guys have you watched the Halloween episodes?
Yeah. The Mr.
Mate.
Burns one really freaked me out.
Was that the one where he's like an alien?
Yeah.
Or something? Mate, can anyone remember the one, fans out there? This will probably like terrify you because you were probably like 10 at the time.
Yeah.
Like me. All the fans out there were 10.
Yeah.
All of them.
10-year-old fans and all.
Mate, it was like that one where like they're on a school bus and it was like Bart and that little fucking little alien
Yeah.
thing was like
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Wasn't this anime? It was like crazy.
It was like some crazy thing. And he was the only one that was seen. It was like ripping out the tire and shit. I swear to God, it was like killing people.
Yeah.
Mate, Simpsons used to be violent. Can anyone remember that fucking dolphin episode where they're like killing everyone and shit, taking over the world?
And the dolphins came. Yeah,
Dude, that was fucked up.
It's the only show where a father
Wait.
got away strangling his son.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Wait, you're not meant to do that.
That's what my dad used to do. Man. That's weird.
Wish Dad learnt, but he can strangle me enough. No, I'm kidding.
Dad used to watch The Simpsons too much.
No, but I think the last like main one that I can think of off the top of my head is like the Game of Thrones season 8 prediction. There was like a scene where there was a dragon flying over, I imagine Springfield, and it was just like absolutely burning the city to the ground, which Daenerys did. Spoiler alert.
But
Mad Queen.
To be fair, we could nearly chop that up to the writers on the show really can't like just not thinking of anything to make that show good. How did they fuck that show? That was like my favorite show, and they've done that to me like that.
I'm telling you right now, I could make a whole
me so dirty on that.
I could make a whole podcast episode right now on Game of Thrones.
They did me so dirty.
About me getting absolutely skull fucked in the bum by season 8.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
they did us so dirty on that last.
Yeah, they did us that dirty, eh?
Imagine being built up. Imagine like someone telling you that you're going to get a fucking mansion of a house, right? For 10 years. 10 years. You're like, dude, I'm so keen. I'm going to get this mansion and this Ferrari. And then like they rock up with this little fucking toy car. Imagine that. That's like how I felt. That's probably the best example. Is that a good example? Can you feel what I felt?
Yeah, I felt like I watched the show with that.
To that example, but
What's your better example, mate?
I can't now after you said that one.
Oh, wait, no. There is one more. This one's actually kind of expected in a way. It's that Siegfried and Roy tiger attack.
Oh, yeah.
But this one's like as one
No,
of you
that's
guys.
that's a fair bump though.
Yeah.
Because even the characters look exactly like the people in the real life and stuff.
Yeah,
Like the two brothers.
It was them, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it was pretending to be them. It wasn't just random.
Then again, wouldn't
Oh,
be a
really?
prediction.
I think it was.
I wouldn't class as a prediction. Like, I know you mess with tigers, you're bound to get
I know,
messed
that's
up.
what I mean. Like, look at how many people have like had accidents with.
It's an observation of the worst. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's a prediction. It's just like,
Did I not tell you before that Matt Groening has fucking Futurama?
It also came out of another show though.
Yeah, it's a terrible show too. Enchanted.
What is it?
Enchanted. It's
oh,
fucking
is it good?
Nah,
I never looked into it. I seen a trailer and I was like, eh.
I was really getting this could be the next show that I'm addicted to vibes, and then let me down.
And then Rick and Morty came along.
Rick and Morty was first.
Yeah, it's always first, mate. Well, I think about that's like a lot of predictions that we've gone through.
Mm.
And I wanted to move on to our next. So this segment's actually brought on by us not fucking thinking of anything.
Yeah.
Like,
So
We're not agreeing, maybe.
Yeah.
I would say that we had about 4 topics at least that we were like pre-planning. They were in pre-production.
But if one person liked it, the other two didn't.
Yeah, I know.
And like so it'd be like Lincoln, oh, what about this one? And we're like, nah, it's pretty shit, Lincoln. Then I'd say one, then Lincoln'd be like, oh, if you want, bro. Yeah. If you want.
The feels bad. Yeah,
like,
man.
Really like that's I reckon it's worse.
Yeah.
It's like guilt tripping you. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now, before we get into our initial segment 3, the Thought Provoker, we actually wanted to test out our new sound system that we've got here. We wanted to call one of our good friends. He doesn't know that we're calling him, so hopefully he plays along, and we're going to give him a bit of a mind boggler, and we're going to see if he can give us a good answer for it.
Let's pray.
Blake?
Sup, homie?
Sup, G, was cracking. Just got you while I got you, mate. I just wanted to get my good friend Lincoln Rogers here to ask you a thought provoker.
Natty, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, bro.
Just want to
What's
let you
up,
know you are actually live on the Teahouse podcast right now.
I'll take your word for it this time.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. In the previous episode, we showed that we actually prank called him kind of thing before. But no, we are live. Natty, we just wanted to ask you a bit of a mind-boggling question. And can you give us your best answer to it?
Yeah, I can try my hardest.
All right, so who closes the bus door after the bus driver gets off?
So it's probably a trick question. So
Mate, you've got 20 seconds on the clock. I need a quick answer. Do you need to phone a friend or?
the bus driver, bro, he just hits the key and it closes. Done.
He's figured
You
it
done
out.
now.
You don't know.
It is-
1-1.
Yeah, it is true because I don't actually know.
No,
Like,
neither.
it's a
It's like
fucking.
when you get out your car, you just hit the lock button, mate. Same shit.
You reckon he has like a pair of fucking bus keys? Like, you know the thing. Where it's like,
Parked it at the
What
end of
else? Yeah, he grabs his little keys, mate, and just points it at the door, hits lock.
well, what I thought that what it would be is like he's in the bus and he like puts like you got 10 seconds to get out.
And then just dives to the door.
and then runs out the door real quick. You know what I mean? You don't reckon
Oh,
that?
that would actually be classic.
It's like when you press the button in the garage and you got to go out the garage door.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it depends what bus you have. Like, if you have the 1984, the double deckers, like you have to close them by hand, like the ones in Harry Potter and shit. Like they're pretty heavy.
Bro, that's magic.
They're pretty heavy.
I was going to say, dude,
Or-
I think they use their
or I'm
wands in
pretty
Harry Potter,
sure-
bro.
I'm pretty sure you can hop out the window and like have the self timer window, like the little you press it and it goes up real slow. You just got to hop out the window real quick.
Yeah. You've got to climb out the top of the double decker bus. Climb out a window.
Yeah, but they're a bit like bigger than normal windows. That's all right. It's just real fat.
Beautiful.
All right, Natty. Well, thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate your thought-provoking answer. We appreciate it, mate. You take care. Have a good night's sleep.
No stress, guys.
Enjoy.
CJ Cracker.
Stay Teabaggers.
Take
Yeah,
care.
mate.
Oh, that's good. It's good to get Natty. It's good to get our fans on. You know, he's a big teabagger. He watches every week.
Good
Now-
response, though. Good on him.
I was actually pretty impressed. I didn't even think about that. The whole time in my head, I was like, this motherfucker has to. He's got to press it and run out. That's what I'm thinking the whole time. I did not even think about the keys. Oh, that's so good. No, but we actually wanted to go. So I don't know if I said it before, but this segment is actually going to be called Stoner Memes. Or we're talking about Stoner Memes.
Hits blunt.
Hits blunt. Hits blunt. So I'm going to read through a couple of these, and I want you guys to think really hard and deep, and we're going to have conversations about these.
First, what color are mirrors? Start with a deep one. What color
Well-
do you think a mirror is?
Silver.
Is it?
Silver? Silver. It's got to be silver.
I'm looking through this mirror right here. I see color, bro. So I don't know.
Yeah, because you're seeing the reflection. What's the color of glass? Silver. Silver, isn't it? Let's see through. Fuck, I don't know. What the fuck?
I don't know. That one got me fucked up, bro.
It's blunt.
That one got me fucked up.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
I think we've all heard this one, but this is actually funny. It's not really a thought provoker. It's a bit of a meme. If two vegans are arguing, is it beef? Yeah, we've all heard that one.
You got to say hits
Can
blunt.
we get a bit of a laughing on that one, mate? That was a classic. Oh, that's probably true. That's well deserved, actually.
All
that
right,
one.
so boys, I got one for you.
Yes.
Hits blunt. If a rat goes outside, is it a mouse? And if a mouse goes inside, is it a rat?
I don't
Ooh.
get that. They're two different things.
Always used to ask that question, but never understood what it meant. Like I'm in the
I don't
same
get
boat.
that. Rats and mouses are two different people.
Okay.
Wait, can you do that?
Man. You just looked into it the way too literal. Like next
Yeah.
question you ask, I'm going to be actually trying to answer.
Breaking it down scientific.
Yeah.
Okay, hits blunt. Why is SpongeBob the main character when Patrick is the star?
Oh.
Well, actually, I think Patrick didn't really have the right global. No, I'm just talking shit.
Okay. If abortion is murder, is wearing a condom kidnapping?
Oh.
Like,
Yes.
about it.
Oh, what do you
It's like murder, actually.
what do you say to that, pro-lifers?
Oh, shit. We're going down a dark hole. Okay, hits blunt. Bruh, how do you throw away a garbage can?
Bigger garbage can.
Put it in Lincoln Rogers' kitchen.
Or if you get a clone and kill it, is it considered suicide or murder?
Ooh.
It is you, after all.
That is a...
Eh?
Has anyone seen Click, Adam Sandler, and he's like on the radio and it's like, oh, what's his name? Oh my God, what's the musician's name with the fake nose? Like, oh, Michael Jackson. It's like, Michael Jackson, the first man to clone himself, is the first man to molest himself and is now suing himself or some shit. Have you heard that? It's like in the future. I don't know, it's fucking weird. That's what I just popped into my head.
Some of these are pretty lame. Like one of them's like, why is Monday so far from Friday, but Friday so close to Monday?
Okay, I've got a good one.
Hits
Ready?
blunt.
Hits blunt. If you were born deaf, what language would you think in?
That actually fucks me up on a regular basis.
That's actually a good one, isn't it?
That actually does fuck me up.
I reckon I've actually thought about that. What the fuck?
Would you like thinking pictures or what? Like, I just don't get it.
Oh my God.
You're thinking Braille, wouldn't you? Or,
Man.
What
What if you don't know Braille though?
oh, then you're fucked. You're deaf and you're fucked.
You don't think. They just don't think.
You heard it here first. Deaf people don't think. It's not like they can hear this anyway. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't actually get this one, but
We're not subtitling that bit, that's for sure.
I don't actually get this one, but I imagine it's similar to Blake's rat and mouse one. So, hits blunt. If a frog hops into a no parking zone, is it a toad? Oh, I get it. I was reading it out and I was like, I don't get this one. I get it, guys. I get it.
It's blunt. What happens if someone dies in a living room? True or what? Like,
That is actually true.
it's no longer
Does
a
it get
living room.
changed to the dead room?
Yeah, morgue, I guess. I don't know.
You have to like start selling the house. This is the dead room. Joins onto the kitchen.
It used to be a living room.
Before they renovated it. That's actually good. That is a good one.
These are so. If oranges are orange, why aren't lemons yellows?
No, that actually is a bit of a straight fact.
That is.
They've obviously been grown in a different country.
Blame the government on that one.
Conspiracy.
Mm.
Covering it up.
They actually are.
What else are they covering up?
Where's the yellows?
Where's the yellows? That's so good.
Oh, classic.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. Jay, have you got any more ones? Whatever Jay's looking up, they're the better ones. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to our most popular segment of the week. And that segment is What's Bothering Blake?
I as we were talking about before, we actually did a fuck ton of thinking this week. Not really. So I've actually dragged in one of my mates along, and now this segment is going to be called What's Bothering Braden? So for our second phone call user of the evening,
Let's get him up.
let's get him on.
Big teabagger. He's a big fan.
Massive teabagger.
Massive teabagger.
You just.
Braden, my guy, how's it going today?
Yes, very well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for covering the What's Bothering Blake with What's Bothering Braden this week. Very
You're super nice today, Blake.
What was that? Sorry, mate.
You're being super nice to me.
Super nice.
Yeah.
We live together, Braden. I'm always super nice to you.
He's your favourite. He tells me all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are. I forgot. Keep going.
Nah, fair. Does that bother you that I'm not nice to you?
No.
Braden.
It bothers me that you spend more time with Rowan than me, though.
What bothers you about it, mate? What really grinds your gears?
The fact that the worst part about it is, I don't know, as soon as Rowan walks in the house, he doesn't even say hello, Braden, hello, Reese, hello, Crawley. He goes straight to the toilet, he shits, He uses our toilet paper and then walks back outside.
And how does it make you feel in this weird times of having a toilet paper shortage?
I shouldn't be paying $100 a week rent. It should be dropped.
So does it bother you that Reese is potentially charging us too much on rent because of the lack of toilet paper?
Yes, 100%.
Ah, so this has turned into a Rowan to a toilet paper to now you're paying too much rent.
What's really bothering you, Braden? I feel like I'm not getting the key.
Okay, well, it all starts off when you finish work and you head to the local supermarket. Because on Tuesday you go, on the way out, oh, sweet, I'll grab 2 Gatorades for $4. That's a nice little deal. Wednesday you go back, what the fuck? 2 Gatorades for $7. How have they jumped up $3 in 24 hours? Yesterday it was good. Today I'm not paying 2 for $7 for warm Gatorades. Like,
Not even cold.
no, not even cold. And then you're walking out and all of a sudden they've got 10 registers, but there's only plastic bags available at 2 of them. So you've got to walk past 10 people within 1.5 meters to grab another bag.
You know what? I actually could not agree more with that one, actually. I am sick of going to the self-serve and there only being bags in 2 of those people, and you have to invade someone's personal space in a pandemic.
Especially this 1.5 meter rule stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's making it real hard.
And it's shit because they say bring your own bags, but last time I brought my suitcase, they told me off because I was putting my food in my suitcase and walking out.
So they don't want you to travel too far with that suitcase then. How much were you paying for the things you're putting in there?
I was, but then there was also the bomb squad rocked up out the front because there was a call saying that, there's a man with a mask on walking through the supermarket with a suitcase.
A man.
Really painted a picture.
Gold.
Braden, to be fair, I actually legitimately when I lived in Hamilton Island, I used to pack my suitcase with groceries. That's no joke. I've been there. It's a shit time. That bothers me
It's
as well.
better, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's better carting your food on wheels than it is in your arms, like in plastic and shit.
That is true. The suitcase was there to make it easier. It definitely helps.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I was in Hamilton Island, you would have suffered a lot of like cyclones and stuff. So if your food's in a suitcase, it's much more safer than a plastic bag.
Exactly. We didn't even use fridges. We just fucking had heaps of suitcases in the house.
That's good.
Braden, is
I'm
that
going to try that with Reese.
maybe you should say to Reese that you're not using the fridge anymore to cut your power usage down, and say you're using suitcases to cut that rent price down. Maybe that'll.
Suitcases, yeah. I'll say it to Reese and then I'll message Mum and say for this year for Christmas, I'll vouch it to bags that are off.
Mate, I think we've actually solved your what's bothering Bladen on this segment, man. I'm really happy that we had this conversation. Are you feeling a little bit better now?
Yeah, still pissed off at Rowan, but I'm a bit better.
Shout out to Rowan.
Shout out to Rowan. He's a big teabag. He'll be watching. Rowan, really need to stop shitting in friends' toilets.
Shout out to Rowan. Peter, it wasn't me that let your sheep out.
Oh, shit.
Classic.
All right.
Pure.
Braden, I think that about wraps it up for what's bothering Braden. Braden.
It's Bladen. Breakhand Bladen.
Yeah, yes. But no, pleasure, mate. Thanks for having on the show.
Thanks, legend.
No, anytime, boys.
Take care.
See you when I'm
ya.
home, mate. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Oh, that's good. I actually really like that. I'm glad. You know what we should start doing with that segment?
Beautiful.
We should always we should have a plan to get to the solution of what's bothering whoever we get on.
Like mediating it, you reckon?
Exactly. I feel like we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to solve the problem like that, you know? Braden's I bet he's got a big smile on his face now.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? He's got a plan.
Well, if not, I do.
We are borderline therapists, mate.
No, boys, but I think that about wraps episode 6 of the Teahouse podcast up. I'm glad you all were on that journey with us. It was a struggle, but we got there in the end. And
Don't hold us accountable for this week. Sorry, guys. We love you. We'll do better.
Bit behind, weren't we?
yeah, we're a bit behind.
Blame Lincoln. He's been busy.
Uh,
And I've been busy helping him.
I've been really busy watching them be busy. So
And then and then we both cop concussions this week. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, we still love you and we hope you love us. So good night. We love you.
Take care.